Spider-Man, Spider-Man, radioactive Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Man, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Did you think it was better than the first one? Or I guess technically the seventh one or whatever.
I hate like comparing, one movie to another because certain ones have different aspects than the other one. So, it's always, I feel like, hard to like one up the original starring movie. I thought that they did a really good job with the follow up. I feel like they did good, like keeping in the pieces, like connecting the pieces from in-game to this movie, and it explained certain things in the movie so that it made more sense as well.
Yeah, you're right.
And I appreciated those facts.
Yeah, because I know that watching it, all the kids are the same age, so you're like, what the heck, I thought some of them would have grown up, but they did play towards that during the movie. They showed some kids that had grown up, which is really funny.
Yeah, and also, weird.
Yeah, really
I still actually didn't even understand that part. I need to go back and like piece it together.
But yeah, it was weird. There was a kid and he was like, they said, yeah, it's weird, my younger brother is older than me.
Yeah.
I thought the action in the movie was awesome. They had a bunch of cool set pieces and scenes all in Europe, which was amazing to be able to explore that country like that. And then just the way that Mysterio was in the movie and how he did all of his stuff, where shooting those green stuff out of his hands and stuff.
It looked so real.
It did. And Spider-Man swinging around the city. Yeah. It was pretty cool.
I do feel like it took a little bit to get to the action though, which, I remember watching the movie, there was a part, and I don't know, maybe not too long into it, but with these kind of movies you kind of expect like action like right away,
boom, 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 boom.
And so I remember a part where I was like, I wonder when we're gonna get to the action. But then once we got to the end, man, I was like, action everywhere, and it was so good.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't really feel any pacing problems myself. I thought it was all good, all connected well together.
I mean, there were other aspects that kept me in the movie in the beginning, and then later appreciated those things that built up to the action.
But you were just in there because you were like, I want action from the So it does have so the story, I guess we can talk about that, is that it does move along, and it puts things in order. So for a person that wants to understand and know more about Spider-Man or about his classmates and stuff, it does take time to set that up.
Right.
So that's probably why I didn't get to the action as fast, because they wanted to make sure that the story was true.
Right.
So I can understand why they didn't just produce action right off the bat.
Right.
And I think it suited the story, like you said, at the end, it made the payoff pretty well.
Right.
So another thing is, I think the emotions in this movie were good. There's a scene whenever Spider-Man kind of fails, and because obviously the superhero's got to fail, but I could feel the gravity of that moment whenever he did it, and then also the arc in which he becomes from a sad, scared boy to a person that knows that he'll be able to carry on the legacy of Iron Man.
Living up to Iron Man, like, that is a feat in and of itself for anybody, but, especially for 15-year-old kid who has only been a superhero
for a little bit of time, maybe a year, 2 years, something like that.
I liked the comparison too that they played on the intelligence of Spider-Man as well.
Yeah, how they showed Spider-Man actually could carry on Iron Man because Spider-Man's so smart.
Yeah, I thought that was really, really cool. It showed it just a different side of him, I guess. And then it, again, just kind of like brought back positive feelings that you had about that. One of the things that we really liked about Iron Man was that he was so stinking smart.
Yeah, he'd be like,
piece this together and do all this. And there was, part of the movie showed that. It was really cool.
I know that you don't really read the comics and stuff like that, big fan of the comics, but the movies are awesome. But in the comics, man, it's always shown, plus one of my favorite TV shows, Spider-Man, the animated series. But in that, you realize he's a really, really smart kid.
Right.
And so it seems to be like a natural movement from Iron Man to Spider-Man because he is so smart and he does do the same things that Iron Man does. Right. And you can see that in this movie. It's pretty cool. What do you rate it? What do you give it?
Man, I'm gonna give it like 4. I would almost go 4.5.
Yeah. It is a good movie.
Yeah, I think I am gonna go 4.5. I'm so stingy with my 5s,
It's gotta
so
be an
I'm just
awesome
like,
movie.
I don't don't know if I can go all the way to 5. I can't think of really a good reason not to give it a 5, but I'm gonna go with 4.5 just to give me that cushion.
Yeah.
For one movie that may come along that I'll give a 5 to.
For sure. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was a really awesome movie. I just thought there was some parts that took me out of the movie. There was one part in particular with the CGI whenever I saw Spider-Man swinging without any clothes on because, well, he had clothes on, but he didn't have his spider suit on.
Don't worry, there's no nudity in this film.
Yeah, he didn't have a Spider-Man suit on. So they had to show him as a real person, and it kind of was a little off. It didn't exactly throw me out of the movie, but when I saw it, I thought, that don't look real. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, radioactive Spider-Man. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah.
And catch our spoiler review where we're going to talk more about it in a Christian perspective.
Right.
So check that video out, man, because it's going to be super hot.
So awesome.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
Oh, subscribe, like, and ring that bell so you'll get notifications when we make new videos.
Yeah, we got it coming out every week.